D'Agostino, the follow-up. And coming down with the rebound, Joe Tokat. Nice move that time by Joe Repchis, but it doesn't go. And Fovello the rebound. Here come the Cougars. Chris Long, baseline jump shot, 17 points in the ball game for the 6'1" senior.
Notice how a bonus here tonight. He's really playing well. Short time he's been in there.
Repchis.
Welcome back. We got to start going to the basket because they're down 19.
Well, if you're going to go to the basket, it may as well be via Brian Shabrowski, but he couldn't hold on to the basketball, and we have the foul called.
You know, this West Scranton team handed Bishop Hannon one of their rare losses this year. Bishop Hannon, one of the top-ranked A teams in the state, and West Scranton defeated them late in the season. So you're not talking about any St. Leo's here.
46-27, Hazleton area by 19.
Still not comfortable, though. Coaching staff Little still sitting on the edges of their chair.
Fourth quarter of tonight's game is being brought to you by Sports Shack, where our prices let you buy for less.
Wow. What a shot. Jump shot by the big guy on the dribble. You don't want to see him fall away from the basket, but when you have that kind of success, let him go.
Abdullah now has 15 points in the ball game.
He's 6 for 8 from the field too, Roger, in that point total. That's not too shabby.
48-27, 21-point Hazleton area lead.
They're both pivot men working real hard there. Good help by Long.
As he came from the backside, they tried to drop it down low to Brian Shabrowski.
If we can get a look at this time on the offense, watch the work of both. Watch them bump and push. See, that's good pivot play. And there's the help from
Long. Just
good
read
deep.
That one. Came across to
good sense.
We should tell you the second half replay cam is being brought to you by Trescal Superfoods for prompt, reliable, professional catering. Call Trescal Superfoods, Walnut Street in Hazleton. Excuse me, in Tresco. It's Trescal Superfoods.
Tom Trella, the Cougar booster. Hazleton now has caught up with the rebounding. Both teams have 15 rebounds. First time tonight, which probably was the biggest surprise we had most of the night, is that the Invaders were out rebounding. Yeah.
This is D'Agostino for 3. It's too long, and Jim James, a 5'8" senior, number 20, now into the ball game for the Invaders, came down with the rebound.
Scranton does a lot of nice things, but still outmanned at the moment. There's a nice move inside.
Dave Shem, the 5'11" sophomore, getting his first 2 points of the ball game. Sports Shack scoreboard, 48-29, 19-point Hazleton area lead. Here is Long, off the mark. James to the basket. Baldacci can't get it to go. The rebound, Hassan Abdullah, and he's fouled by Shabrowski.
There's a case where the young sophomore is going to make the pass a little too late.
Fourth quarter of tonight's game is being brought to you by Sports Shack, where our prices let you buy for less. Featuring discounted prices on sports apparel and footwear, and just arrived in time for spring training, baseball spikes at the Sports Shack, 721 Alter Street, Hazleton. Paul Scherzen gets a break.
Baseball spikes after we get 2 feet of snow on Sunday.
That's right. There is Chris Long. Doesn't go, and Tom Baldacci comes down with the rebound.
Game well in control. Cougars and Coach Ladd not upset with the long three-pointers. Again, trying to get into a flow here. Play again Friday night. It looks like they will. So you want to get into some kind of rhythm.
Terry Kringy, the rebound off of that missed shot. Baldacci with some quick footwork, almost.
Reset
got away with that one.
45-second clock, if we had one. D'Agostino to the bench for the rest.
Gary Pressler into the Hazleton lineup. 3 minutes, 30 seconds, and counting. And we have a foul called.
Off the dribble.
And the foul is called on Joe Tokas.
Got a quiet gymnasium here, Scanlon Gymnasium on the campus of King's College.
Nice facility.
Opened in 1969.
Seats 3,200.
Of course, after the flood, they had the tartan turf here. That's it for
Shabrowski. Yeah, that should be 5.
Nice game, though. He really played well.
That's a great job on the part of Brian Shabrowski.
Real nice job.
I'll tell you what. That's a kid that you don't mind having on your team.
No.
A real scrapper. Was very much of a factor on the boards through much of this game and very much responsible during the early goings of keeping West Scranton close.
I think if I remember, he had 11 of the 22 points at halftime, I think.
He has 13 in the game.
Had some foul trouble here in the second half and some change. Magic Mazeko working on the injury over there. Hazleton area trainer, but he's always willing to help out wherever he can. Does a great job.
Hassan Abdullah to the line. And the big guy is 4 of 4. 16 points in the ball game for Hassan Abdullah. How about 5 of 5? 17 points in the ball game, 50 to 29, a 21-point Hazleton area lead.
Merrick, who's battling a little bit of illness.
Nice move as Jim James gets his first 2 points. He's a 5'8" senior. This is D'Agostino. Kuchmarek to follow up. First 2 points in the ball game for Mike Kuchmarek.
He's come on late in the season, giving us some awfully good minutes off the bench as Kuchmarek.
Terry Kringy to get a breather as Chris Long
for those
back
watching
into the lineup.
For the first time, Kringy is a freshman. Certainly doesn't play like one.
52-31. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remain here. Jim James, blocked by Hassan Abdullah. And the foul by Bill Cholish, a junior, now in the ball game for West Scranton, his first personal.
So what had been a rather fast-paced game will now slow down as we see the replay. Block shot by Hassan, and then the foul from behind.
Replay camera in the second half, sponsored by Trescow Superfoods.
I think, Roger, to check your stats, Kuchmarek is the leading foul shooter. That we just black-hatted him. Oh, he had been, I think, around 90%.
Actually, coming into tonight's game, Gary Pressler has assumed that spot, followed by Terry Kringy, and Mike Kuchmarek is third. Pressler a little over 87, Kringy at 84, and Mike Kuchmarek at 81. Hassan Abdullah making his bid for free throw shooter of the night as he's 6 of 6.
He's shown the most consistency there.
How about 7 of 7? Not a bad performance for Hassan Abdullah as he goes to the bench with a total of 19 points. Now John D'Agostino gets a round of applause as John Dabrowski is in for him. Chris Long is second high with 17.
And that's how it's been most of the season, those two lads.
That was Dave Shem putting that one up. Jim James to Dave Shem, and it goes off Dabrowski's foot.
Like a bug in there. He's everywhere. Chris Long will take a seat. So the starters are out of the ball game for the Cougars.
As Anthony and James
traffic jam in this basketball.
We approach the 2-minute mark. And Hazleton area undoubtedly on Friday evening here from King's College. We'll have that one live for you. Final update from Bishop Hogan across the way as Tunkhannock and Pittston area playing for the other spot in the title matchup. Kevin Zelahowski.
District 2 sends 2 quad A teams. The winner of the district will play the number 5 seed out of Philadelphia area, which at this point appears to be counted. And the number 2 team out of District 2 would get the number 2 team out of District 1. Could be Chester, Norristown, somebody like that.
Probably not Norristown, who would be the number 1.
Number 1. Mike Joseph was down the other night scouting some of the games and haven't seen any reports as to who won what.
A minute 20 remain. Rico Mastriani now into the ball game and into the lineup. Greg Acuri also into the lineup. He's number 11, the 5'6" sophomore. Mastriani is a 5'10" junior. Keith Pacina, 5'10" senior, number 12 into the lineup. So is Mario Emiliani, a 5'9" junior, also into the lineup.
This is what builds a program, Rod. You get into the playoffs, and yes, you're on the short end of the score, but here you're underclassmen are getting a taste of district play, and this is how your program gets better. And like a lot of things I saw from Coach Ken Biaffi, they knew what they had to do. They went out and tried to do it. And for almost a half of this ball game, they did do what they had to do. You got to give them credit.
It's been a very scrappy ball club.
Yep. But again, give the Cougars some credit too, because they hung in there, played that tempo, which they're not comfortable with. They were able
56 seconds remain in this one.
Panoramic view of King's College there. Beautiful facility.
Says I can shoot free throws. Give me the ball, coach. 2 of 2 for John Dabrowski. 5'8" sophomore who has gotten some good experience in playing time this year for the Cougars. To the basket. That was Mastriani. And Pressler will draw the foul. Anthony Falvello will come back into the lineup as Mike Kuchmarek, who played well tonight for the Cougars.
He could be a key as we go down the road here. Should Abdullah get into foul trouble or Shershin, then Kuchmarek's going to have to see some quality playing time. So he's a key to the success of this postseason tournament for the Cougars.
This is Rico Mastriani on the line. Gets that one. 57-32. Across the way, it's Tunkhannock 56, Pittston 43, and it would appear, we say appear, as though this matchup for the district championship will be Tunkhannock, who has given Hazleton area a tough game twice. Tunkhannock.
I think
it appears as though they'll have a third opportunity.
Coaching staff would be a little more comfortable having played twice in game films. Coach Live relies a lot on the scouting, and I heard him say he didn't see too much except maybe one game film on West Scranton. So he was really unsure about how to attack it, I think, for a while.
This is Greg Akuri. Nice job tonight. Coach Live has to be ecstatic about that performance.
One of the viewers said they both look alike. I don't know which one it is. Jason or...
They look alike.
Yes, they do.
Zabrowski for three.
General.
Gary Generos into the ball game. Collects 2 points. And that's all this one wrote. The final score is 60-32. Listen, before we go to break, let's update you very quickly across the way. At Bishop Hoban High School, it's Tunkhannock 60, Pittston 47, about 6 minutes to go in that one. We'll be right back with some final thoughts on tonight's ball game. The Hazleton area came away winning 60-32. Back in a minute.